to go! I got to go!
Get this pressure pouring out of my head. Get this pressure pouring out of my head. I feel it in work, you know I feel it in bed. Get this pressure pouring
I got to go!
By the way, it was claimed in the movie An Inconvenient Truth that the sea levels would rise up to 20 feet in the near future due to the melting ice sheets. Anyone who believes such a claim, would they really be expected to buy a property right near the San Francisco Bay? That's what Cord did. $1 million condominium at the St. Regis Hotel, right on the water. And that would mean, by the way, that, you know, the Gore mansion there would be underwater in a few years. I hope he did that, knowing the dangers and inherent dangers in this. There's also a, this is on Breitbart.com, a cheap system to recycle human waste into biogas and fertilizer may allow 2.6 billion people in the world access to toilets and reduce global warming, according to an Indian environmental expert. The expert said his group plans to push the system on the 7th annual World Toilet Summit to be held in New Delhi at the end of October. The organization is dedicated to providing toilets to nearly 730 million people in India who lack them. Which, by the way, is a noble goal, but, okay. Recycle human waste. Human waste can save the planet. I'm telling you, it's getting nuttier out there. And they all have an agenda, and it's all anti-capitalist. And at the end of the day, they want you to feel guilty for being successful and actually haven't developed, you know, systems where we manage our waste, that we drive our cars, that we've increased productivity, and that we've made things like refrigerators, and we have air conditioners, and all these horrible things that are destroying the ozone layer. And meanwhile, all the people that are out there with this big message, well, they're the ones out there in private jets, big cars, limousines, a bunch of phonies. You know what they did in New York? There's this young girl, 6-year-old Natalie Shea. She got a threatening letter from the city demanding the removal of, quote, graffiti. Because you know what she did? She actually drew on the sidewalk with chalk. Oh, man. If our society is getting that lame, that's pretty pathetic, I gotta tell you. Pretty pathetic. James Toronto, in the opinion journal pages of the Wall Street Journal, does affirmative action work? Its proponents don't want to know. An explosive study suggests that it is not pitting the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights against the State Bar of California in a battle over admissions data that could determine once and for all if racial preferences help or hurt minority students. By the way, you should read Clarence Thomas's book, My Grandfather's Son. He went to Yale Law School, and he felt the perception was that if he was somebody that got a degree and was an African-American, the assumption if there was affirmative action that there'd be less value to it. I mean, the way he explains it's better than I possibly could. You may want to, if you haven't read that book, it's a great book.
I don't want to videotape the moon. I always videotape the moon.
Can't seem to hold it still enough.
Put the bear there. I want to videotape something.
Hey. What you got? What is it?
I want to videotape something.
Hold on. Go out in the yard and run around. I'll get a video of you. You want to go in?
I want to videotape Sean. Videotape Mommy's top.
I thought you wanted to videotape the tent.
Okay.
Hurry up, put the battery a little bit.
videotape you.
I don't want to be videotaped. Oh, girl, no, look out, the thing is here, right? Huh?
Oh.
Meow, wall of fear is bad. Apple will no hang it, fail. Alright, then it hurt me, you're in the bed. I don't think you're ready. Wow, what is that kid? Well, I've been cautious on those heads.
It's no way.
So actually, here was rest of the guy.
You see the God, the rain, the way it's going.
Wow, what did it crash? Getting 8 gun.